Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Monday, the 10th of February, comes to you from London. I'm in the airport hotel, and I'm about to fly to Dusseldorf this afternoon for the eWorld conference in Germany for the next 3 days this week. So that's probably the biggest energy conference in the world, and I'm expecting to see lots of friends, colleagues, clients there. So it's going to be great. And coinciding with that is we're seeing massive moves in energy prices this morning. So today for Charts Today, I'm going to focus purely on energy. We went out with our morning call to clients this morning, did a short recording there, and we've got the lunchtime session today, the week ahead, where we spend half an hour going through markets and do a lot of interactive feedback with clients. So it's going to be great. But just looking at Charts Today for the energy mix, big thing is that we are seeing European nat gas, Dutch TTF smashing through the October 23 high, and really just breaking right through that level. That was around 56.20, breaking right through that level. And that takes us back to levels that we haven't really seen since February 2023. So 2-year highs in TTF this morning. No big surprises there. We've had targets pointing higher for quite some time. The really interesting thing is if we look at this chart, there's not many places of resistance on the chart there. So that's really going to be really interesting. We're into blue sky territory for gas prices. You can see here one at 61.27. That goes all the way back to where we did see a little mini high back. Then we had 61.27, and there's another one at 69. So that's really quite interesting. And of course, price targets all the way up this trend, and we have got one to 67.66. So that whole sort of high 60s area is looking potential, but we wouldn't be surprised to see us hit resistance. We hit resistance at 50. Wouldn't be surprised to see us hit resistance again at 60. These round levels are pretty important for TTF. So we'll consolidate, we'll pull back. That will then set us up for generating another price target. So it's really very, very clear uptrend on the daily chart and on the 60-minute chart. We've had targets all the way up. We mentioned this morning, in January, we've had targets all the way. And if we just put more targets on the chart, we see these targets all been given and met. So they're really significant. So we've been marching up the hill. We're running faster than the trajectory of the target. So really very, very strong indeed. And of course, if you're trading TTF, you'll be wanting to look at the 1-minute chart. On Friday, there was a little bit of a sign of bearishness at the start of the day, but we went out to clients saying we were neutral because we felt that this bullishness was really going to kick back in the afternoon, which it did. And you can see now we've got more upside targets. If you're trading TTF, you want to be looking at these 1-minute charts on your Trayport data, your Bloomberg, your Workspace, Refinitiv, whatever you're trading. So that's the really big news, is that Dutch gas is making new 2-year highs. And we're seeing really the whole energy mix having a strong start to the day. We went out on the 60-minute chart on crude oil. We got a new upside target. We've been downside targets all the way. Often it's the case that the last targets don't get met, and then you start to see the new targets kicking in. And so that's really quite key. It's too early to really call the end of this trend, but we are seeing that. And again, if you're trading crude oil, you want to be looking at these 1-minute targets. And we're seeing here on the 1-minute chart, we are getting upside targets for today. So no big surprises there. WTI is a little bit less clear in terms of a trend break, but we are heading higher there again this morning. So that's really quite interesting. We've had downside targets all the way. We had an attempt at a recovery and failed. So don't be too surprised to see that happening again. But for the moment, that's the key. US nat gas is a bit of a harder read. And if we look at the 10-minute chart here, we do have targets to around 360, and that is where we're seeing previous levels of resistance. So no big surprises. Now, getting into some of the European products, carbon, we've got a very big upside target on carbon that was generated in December, taking us a long way higher. But rather than hanging our hat on that, let's just take a look at what's going on the 60-minute chart. Trend is clearly up. We're above the cloud. We've got some resistance at 84.50, but we have got targets at 85.45 and 85.70. So don't be surprised to see that resistance level breaking. That key support level is 81.11, let's say 81. So that's, again, really quite key. And if you're trading carbon, you want to be looking at these 1 minute targets, again, on your Trayport, on your OTC data, or on Bloomberg, or Refinitiv, or Montel, or Barchart, wherever you're getting your energy data, you can run it into Updata. That's the real key. So we're seeing there that emissions not looking as clear and as strong as gas prices this morning, but really quite key. Now we've looked at TTF, a quick look at NBP. No big surprises here either. We've been marching up the hill. We look at the 60-minute chart, a very similar looking chart to what we're seeing in TTF. No great surprises there, breaking that 140 level. So gas prices are just going up and up and up, more expensive in Europe. That's not great news for the economy or consumers, but that is what's happening. If we look at German power, again, we've got upside targets, really the longer term upside targets to around the 120s. But right now we've broken that 100 level, so that's really quite key. Hasn't been as strong a trend as gas, but really notice how we're just pushing higher all the time, and these targets nearly been reached more quickly. And again, if you're trading power, you want to be looking at the 1 minute charts, and on your Trayport data, this will be more accurate still because you'll have the OTC prices feeding in. So a very, very strong start to the week in European energy. Hopefully I will see you at eWorld in the next few days. If you're joining the lunchtime call, can't wait to talk to you then. Very interactive session, and we're very happy to run through any questions that anyone has. But the big news is gas prices making new 2-year highs, and signs are we're going to go higher. That's it for today. Hopefully I'll see you at lunchtime on the call if you're a client. If not, see you at eWorld, hopefully. If you want to message me, we can set up a meeting, or maybe I'll see you on the Montel stand. That's it for today. See you in Germany. Bye for now.